Hello everyone, this is Chef Prabin. Welcome to my home cooking series. Today we're going to learn how to cook poached eggs. Poached eggs, it might sound simple, but it is very difficult to execute, especially in a home setting. Now, I'm going to show you tips and tricks how to make a perfectly soft or medium poached egg. Without further ado, let's go into my kitchen and learn how to make poached eggs. Welcome to my beautiful kitchen. Now, to make poached egg, there are only very basic few ingredients required. So the first ingredient we need is some water. I have the water boiling, set to boil. I'm using a non-stick pot because that helps the egg white not to stick to the bottom of the pan. That is one of the main reasons where you'll see the egg is broken and the egg yolk is coming out. So we don't want that to happen. Second thing, we're going to use some good quality egg. Now I use organic eggs. This is from the brand Lakes and Land. It's a organic large brown egg. The reason why I use organic is because there is no added antibiotics, there is no hormones, they don't feed any animal byproducts to the chicken, so they're pretty good, and you can taste them. You can taste the difference between an organic egg and a regular egg. So invest in some good eggs. The last thing we need is some distilled vinegar. Now, vinegar has got its own tricks that helps in making poached egg. I'm going to explain to you while we are seeing the process. So now water has come to a boil. I'm going to simmer a little bit, reduce the temperature so it's not boiling too much. We want it to be as still as possible, so when we break our egg in, it stays in one place and the egg white stays together with the egg. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of vinegar. Vinegar is important when it comes to its quantity as well, because you don't want too much vinegar in. Too much vinegar will overpower your egg. So 1 to half a tablespoon is plenty to poach 2 eggs. I'm going to break the egg in. Slowly needs to go in. Second one. Slowly drop it in while the water is still. Perfect. Now I'm gonna increase the temperature a little bit because the egg was from the refrigerator, which is at 40 degrees. So you want the water to go back to the simmering temperature, which is under 200 degrees. So I turned it a little bit more so that the water can go back to its original temperature. Now you could see that the egg whites have already started forming this beautiful shape. Now I have a timer of 2 minutes. Now 2 minutes will be enough for us to do a soft poached egg. So I'm going to start the timer. We need a perforated spoon as well to take the eggs out. Now the tendency where I've seen, and I've done this thing many times myself in my beginning years when I was in the hotel school, is that you tend to move the egg, but that's the wrong thing to do. You don't want to move your egg. You want to make sure that the egg is still, it's poaching, because the shape needs to be formed. Once the shape forms, then you can move your egg, flip it upside down, which will help the egg to cook from both sides evenly, and that'll give you a properly poached egg on both sides. So now my timer, it says it's got 45 more seconds to go. I'm gonna wait for 45 seconds. While we're waiting for that, let's talk about the spice. Now I like my eggs to be very simple. I use this spice. I went to South Africa last year on a business trip, so I got this spice from one of their local market. It's called Chakalaka spice. It's got salt, turmeric, onion, bay leaves, garlic flakes, bell pepper, cardamom, all the variety of spices that I like. I like a little bit of a kick, so I'm going to use that. My timer says it's done, so I'm going to flip the egg, just slightly, lightly, gently flip the eggs. so that the bottom comes up and then the top goes on the bottom. Right here, perfect. And make sure that you regulate the temperature of your water so it doesn't go to a boil again. We need it to be at a simmer at all given point in time. And when you see something extra, all this, take it out so your water stays clear. All right. So if you like soft poached egg, guys, this is where you need to take it out. But if you like medium poached like I do, I like my yolks to be a little bit more cooked. So I'm gonna keep it for another 30 seconds. So our poached eggs are ready. I'm gonna take them out of the water. Beautiful. Onto a plate. Great. So eggs came out fantastic, beautiful. Look at the shape. Look at the texture it has formed, and it is nice and medium. Also, you got to remember that the egg are going to get a little bit more cooked while it is sitting outside. So you have to keep in mind the carryover cooking as well. I'm going to add my favorite spice, which is chakalaka spice. Voila! Fantastic. Look at the egg yolk coming out, beautifully cooked. Enjoy. Folks, thank you for watching my home cooking series. This is Chef Praveen. Until next time, ciao.